We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The give to the tailback. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free and 4th down is coming up. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Grab behind the line. It's Wallace. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 3rd down, going up top. Finds space on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. He's got it. Busts through behind his pad. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Rebels are rolling down the field.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Used to play fake, now to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's high. Touchdown, Rebels! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Going to the ground. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Touch pass on the run. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Sanders. He's loose. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They can get it to the 33. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, going to the air. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give him a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Simmons. He fires to the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Trying to make magic with his feet. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's dribbling. Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Rushes on him. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback may change this route. They'll send the back in motion. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Give to the running back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And what a push.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hold and fire complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
second and long. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Gets it out fast. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. The give to the left side. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Little touch pass to the receiver. Slithers into space. Wide open spaces. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it. Finds a little space. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Looking downfield, it's Mayaba. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the ball's free in the backfield. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Find some fresh air. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Diggs. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Inside the tackle. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Makes the grab inside the 30. It's a seam wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw at Simmons. The short hands, it's dribbling. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that would have been a big third down conversion, but you got to know where you're at on the field. He made the catch, but out of bounds. Now this sets up a decision time for fourth down.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's running free down the middle. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Rebels. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Fair catch called for and made. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense, because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one, no problem. QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's dribbling. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Looking for space, it's Diggs. Fighting off the defender. And the Rebels brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Lee. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Off play action. Fires left. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Going up top again. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there. They've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. The Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out to that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And some room to work. Got the first down and more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run to the left. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
dances away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Dave.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Trying to find his man in the middle. He's got it on the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
And the Rebels have it with a first and goal. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. They're going to run it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the pummeling has started.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Going to swing it on second down. This time on target. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Looking to throw again. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hit.
Oh, a lot of space. Turning on the Jets. They rip picked off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of...
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, USC. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive in the space department there.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air, it's Simmons. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Taylor. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going is good.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Stribling. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Stribling. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They want that clock to run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy.
Touchdown, Rebels! And the stomping has commenced.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he made the extra point without problem. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Mayava. Quick completion on the out route. They corral him it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the right side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. With the clock running, this should be the final play. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Throws to the wideout. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug.